Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, great things happen when you pitch, play defense, and have quality at-bats. Questions?
Is there sort of a relief emotion to you, especially breaking, I guess, the SEC home losing streak? And I guess what does that kind of do in terms of your goals about winning more long-term, I guess, in the SEC?
The relief is that we play good baseball.
Yeah.
That's the relief. Regardless if we would have not won or like I felt good on Thursday night because I thought we played good baseball. We missed out on some opportunities, but Thursday night was a really, really good baseball game. And so the relief for me is we play good baseball, and by playing good baseball, can we continue to play good baseball? We got pitching performances for dudes that we don't normally run out there in conference play, and they showed up big for us in a situation where we were hoping we were going to be able to see some more out of JD. He wasn't able to go. Kaler steps in there and goes and throws up a bunch of zeros. Then Juan comes in there, throws up some zeros. We had some quality at bats. We did some different things. Had some other opportunities to stretch it, but we put ourselves in a situation where you just went out and played good baseball. So that's the relief for me is, regardless of what the outcome would have been, yes, I'm glad that we won a home, conference game, and yes, I'm glad that streak is over. Although all that's great, but at the end of the day, you can't control whether you win or lose. So if we do this consistently, we're going to win more than we lose.
And then overall, how did you evaluate Kaler Gonzalez's 5 shutout innings?
I mean, 5 shutout innings. not much needs to be evaluated. He threw strikes. He located pitches well. The big thing for him was, obviously, they knew what he was doing, so they're sitting on the outer third, and he was able to occasionally pitch inside. And when you can do that, now you get hitters guessing. And he doesn't have just, he's not throwing 96 miles an hour, right? So he's got to locate pitches, and he's got to pitch to both sides of the plate, and that's what allowed him to be successful.
Was the concern with JD coming out, was that a concern of him re-aggravating something he already...
Yeah, it's a groin, and so those are that's a hamstring, right? It's a paper, and again, if it's something that you just keep messing with it'll never heal, and so he wasn't feeling quite 100%, so it's just better for us to pull him out and try and continue to put him on that rehab stretch and get that thing completely healed.
And then your offense overall, you guys jumped for 6 runs early. What were you seeing from your offense, and what were they seeing?
Again, we talked about being on time for the fastball, and when you're on time for the fastball, good things are going to happen. You're going to see off-speed pitches. You're going to take pitches that aren't being thrown for strikes. Obviously, it helped us that he didn't come out and throw strikes right away and gave us some opportunities early, and we took advantage of those opportunities. So again, can our guys stay in that same mindset as we move forward and continue to go regardless of who's on the bump? Just have a plan when you go to the plate and then execute that plan.
And then you had 2 guys who aren't known really as home run hitters, with Eric Masonette and Pierre Seals getting homers. How big is that for him?
Yeah, I think with Eric, Eric's got sneaky power. He just doesn't. We take too many secondary swings. We're passive at times, and right before he went to the plate, I told him, "Hey man, catch the ball up front and hit into the bullpen." And wanting him to be aggressive. And Pierre, same thing. Pierre's got some of the most raw power that we have, but too many times he lets the ball get deep. So hey man, go up there and be aggressive and try and catch that thing and catch it out front. And both of them did that, and we had a good result.
Is that why Carvalho was pointing at you after Masonette hit the home run?
Yes, that is why. Yes.
What does it specifically mean to you and your players to finally snap that 28-game home losing streak against SEC teams?
I mean, the kids that weren't here before, I don't think it means anything to them, right? Like the kids that have been here for a few years, I think that's one of those deals where it's more important to them than it is. But the idea of us just breaking the streak of the losing games that we had here recently in this year was the thing that was most important. Like I said, just the idea of playing quality baseball.
And how are you going to take this into the remainder of the season?
Again, leave it on them. Can you go out and repeat what you did from an attitude, focus, and effort standpoint? And if you can do those things, then we put ourselves in a good position. We didn't have any superhuman feats today, right? Nobody went for the cycle. We didn't punch out 25 dudes. It was, you just played good baseball. And that is something that we can control and that we need to control. And it should not matter who's in the other dugout. We should just go out to play good baseball every day we go out. And with the talent that this team has, we're going to put ourselves in a position to win more games than we'll lose down the stretch.
And then outside of baseball, Keeler Gonzalez had a pretty big week where he gained U.S. citizenship. How important was that for you and him?
That was cool, right? Like, I mean, you're talking about someone who's been through a lot. I think it was in the fall, maybe early spring, he had to fly back home and take the test and that whole deal, and then drive over to Kansas City and get sworn in. And I saw a little picture, which was kind of weird, but whatever. But yeah, I'm just happy for him, right? Because that's a dude that regardless of his situation, he's always got a smile on his face. He loves to be here every day, and we want that to be infectious to the rest of our team and get our guys to understand the things that you think are problems. There's other people that have gone through a lot more, and there's the little things mean a big deal to them, and some of those things we take for granted, and he takes nothing for granted.
And then Seals had obviously in his at-bat, what did you see from that homer that he hit, and also I guess his celebration after he hit it as well?
Yeah, I think that, again, we all come up with all these cool things to do, and that's great. But the thing that was most important for me, he's finally got the barrel out. I mean, he's a guy that's constantly hitting things to the backside, and when you have the power that he does and the bat speed that he does, if we can get the barrel out more consistently, you're going to see more of that. The year before he came to us, I think he hit 10 at Memphis. So the power is there, and the power is real. I mean, he's hitting backside home runs when he's getting jammed. So just getting him to be a little bit more aggressive and through the middle of the field, hopefully down the stretch he'll pick that up, and we'll see some more balls that leave the yard.
And then what lesson did you take away from today's win that you're going to teach your players?
Play good baseball. That's it. Throw strikes, play good defense, have quality at bats. Real simple.
And then, then for Javen and Chris Patterson, do you have a timeline on their return from their injuries at this moment?
Chris Patterson, it's probably unlikely that we'll see him this year, just with the nature of the surgery, and then once he gets the pins out of his finger. And then Javen, again, just kind of play it day to day, and when what he's going through can get a little bit better.